CleanTech, safe, safer, safest. CleanTech Aero Operator Manual. While your employer is responsible for providing you with a safe workplace and equipment which is safe to use, staying safe on the job is your responsibility. Check the areas to be cleaned for obstacles, furniture to be moved, etc. before you start vacuuming. So is making sure the public is safe while you clean. Here's how to stay safe right through your shift. Put the safety signs in prominent positions near doors, entrances and in corridors. With the machine unplugged from the power point, check the power lead for cracks, splits, exposed wires or damage to the outer casing. Check the power lead plug for any damage to the casing or loose pins. Check the power lead restraint for any wear or damage. Plug the machine into the wall power point with the switch in the off position. Report any site safety or machine or lead damage immediately to your supervisor. Wear lace-up, closed-toe leather shoes. Check the enclosed safety and troubleshooting card for more details. Now let's take a look at some of the most common wrong and dangerous things many cleaners do. Walking straight onto the job, ready to vacuum, without first checking the areas to be cleaned. Plugging the power lead into the power point when it's switched on. Vacuuming up water or liquid spills. Wearing open-toed shoes or runners. Not immediately reporting any machine damage or fault to their supervisor. Not leaving a note for the next shift operator if the machine is faulty or damaged. Safety starts and finishes with you. Now we'll see how easy it is in just a few minutes to get comfortable before, during and after your shift. It's CleanTech's easy, no strain, no pain setup program. Sore backs, arms and shoulders don't just come from using a backpack vac incorrectly. How you set up an area to be cleaned, fit and adjust Aero to your body even before you start vacuuming can have a big impact on how comfortable or uncomfortable you'll be at the beginning, all the way through and at the end of your shift. Aero's Comfort Fit setup, design, shoulder straps and waistband adjustments ensures your machine fits you as comfortably as possible. You'll walk through your shift without struggling with a load on your back or strain on your shoulders and arms. Move furniture and remove obstacles before you put on the machine. Plug the power lead into the power point. The switch must be in the off position. Lift the machine with both hands onto a desk, bench or waist-height ledge. Have the hose with pistol grip attached and wand with the floor tool fitted in easy reach. The hose and pistol grip should not be connected to the wand. Fit the hose, with pistol grip attached, to the lid connector, positioning the outlet, our hose is always connected to the lid, to your right or left side, whichever is the most comfortable. Before putting the machine on, fold the waistband section open and out of the way. Loosen the shoulder straps. Lift the machine onto your back over one shoulder, putting your arm through the strap on that side. Then, drop the other shoulder down to easily put your other arm through the second strap. Adjust the shoulder straps first, just tight enough to slide your hand easily between the straps and your body. The machine should now be positioned in the lower middle part of your back. Then adjust the waistband for a firm but not too tight fit. Fit the wand to the end of the pistol grip. Standing upright with the pistol grip in your vacuuming hand, adjust the wand to the length which allows you to continue to stand upright. While the floor tool sits flat on the floor. Go to the power point, switch it on. Then switch on your machine. That's the most comfortable way to set up your backpack vac for a no strain, no pain shift. Here are the 6 most common setting up mistakes many cleaners make, which makes getting through their shift a lot of hard work and puts them at risk of injury. Leaving furniture and obstacles in the way until they have to struggle to move them, while wearing the machine, dragging the hose, wand and power lead. Lifting the machine off the floor without first opening the shoulder straps and waistband. Bending over while wearing the machine to plug it in and turn the power on. Having the shoulder straps so tight that they cut into your skin. Wearing the waistband so tight it restricts breathing and airflow around the body. Leaving the adjustable wand too short so that you are constantly cleaning in the bending over position. Now we'll just take a few minutes to see how easy it is to walk through, not just work through your shift. Your Aero has been designed with more operator comfort features than ordinary backpack vacs. It's all about making the hard job of backpack vacuuming much easier and more comfortable. Set up and used correctly, Aero will let you walk through, not work through your shift, with much less strain on your back, arms and shoulders. From the PowerPoint position, look around the total area to be cleaned. In your mind, see the high traffic areas as the main roads and the lower traffic areas as side roads. Hold the power lead in the hand opposite the one you use for vacuuming, or simply let it fall behind you. Stand and then walk in the upright position with a straight back as you vacuum. Push the floor tool forward and to the right or left without twisting your body too much at the waist. Important: keep the floor tool pressed lightly on the floor. There's no need to push down hard as the airflow suction will do the work. For large areas, divide the total area into groups of main and side roads. Vacuum each one completely before moving on to the next group. When you get back to the PowerPoint, switch off your machine. Bending at the knees, in the squat position, turn off the PowerPoint. Remove the power lead plug. Before moving on to the next area, using a coiling motion from the machine end of the power lead, wind it up into a series of loose coils. Then move on to the next PowerPoint and repeat the same setup. Now let's look at some ways most people walk, move and vacuum. Working incorrectly means more strain on their backs, shoulders and arms, and feeling very tired at the end of their shift, and being less safe on the job. Here's what you should not do. Do not drape the power lead over your shoulder. Do not vacuum water or liquid spills. Do not bend over to vacuum. This increases the load on your back as your spine takes the weight of the machine. Do not push the floor tool hard into the floor. This actually reduces the suction of the machine, making vacuuming that much harder. Do not bend over to pick up litter from the floor. Do not do the twist, swinging from the waist too far to the left and right. Do not pull the power lead out of the power point by the lead, with the power point still switched on. It's common sense, bending over all the time, using the floor tool like a shovel, twisting left and right. They all mean you are doing the hard work, not the machine. Now it's time to talk about looking after your machine. The more efficient your machine operates at the beginning of each shift, the easier you'll have to work. So it makes sense to make sure that at the end of every shift, you take a few simple steps to get the machine 100% ready and safe for tomorrow, or if someone else has the next shift after yours. At the end of each shift, remove the bag, then empty into the approved waste bin. If your machine comes with a paper bag, when you remove it, fold the top over several times to prevent dust escaping as you drop it into the bin. Remove the hose from the vac lid, then the hose and wand from the pistol grip. Then remove the floor tool from the wand. Check the hose, wand and floor tool for blockages. Uncoil the power lead and check it for any cracks, splits, exposed wires or damage to the outer casing. Check the power lead plug for any damage to the casing or loose pins. Important: immediately report any damage to the machine or power lead, or if there's any overheating. Plus, if any faults are detected, leave a note on the machine for the next shift operator stating that the machine is unsafe and should not be used. Wind the power lead up using the coiling method and place it on the top of the machine. Looking after your machine is really all about making life easier and safer for you and your workmates on the next shift. But here's what can go wrong if you don't look after your machine and correctly prepare it for the next shift. If you empty the bag by turning it inside out, dust goes everywhere and you breathe it in. The bag gets damaged and your supervisor starts to get very upset about too many replacements. Washing the bag causes the fabric fibres and fine dust to turn into mud and block up the tiny holes in the bag. Suction is reduced and the machine will eventually overheat and stop. Not emptying the bag or unblocking hoses and wands regularly causes build-up, which in turn causes the machine to lose suction and eventually stops completely from overheating. Hoses, wands and floor tools left on the floor can get broken. Your supervisor gets more upset. Damaged power leads, plugs and cord restraints can cause electrical failure in both the machine and the worksite, and you run the risk of being electrocuted, injured and in the worst case, dying. Not immediately reporting damage or a machine which gets too hot or smokes to your supervisor, and not leaving a note for the next shift operator. Some employers sack cleaners for this. The person who follows you on the next shift won't be very happy either. If you share the machine with other operators and they are injured because you did not follow the correct maintenance procedure, you could be liable for legal action, which could result in you being sued for a great deal of money. So looking after your machine is easier and smarter than you think. Troubleshooting, or what to do when your machine doesn't work properly or stops. The troubleshooting card should be stuck to the inside of the door of the cleaner's cupboard, or in a prominent position on the wall. If you can't find the card, immediately phone your supervisor or see your leading hand, or ask one of the experienced cleaners on the site what you should do. Now you know exactly what you need to do and not do to make using the Aero Backpack Vac the easiest and most comfortable part of your shift. Clean tech. Safe, safer, safest.